Greetings, fellow musicologists. I'm Alex Tamulis. Welcome to the channel. Today, I will share my interpretation of Megadeth's new song. It's called We'll Be Back. You know, Megadeth, they can put out a work and they can maybe intend to propagate an idea, but the work itself, and in this case, the lyrics, the melodies, they are a trigger or a web of meanings in its own right. To me, when I read the lyrics, I have this invocation of war itself and the setting that Megadeth is providing us. So ultimately, we're not really dealing with specific cases here. It's more about a broad concept of war, you know, the philosophy of war, the proverbial god of war. In Greek mythology, it's represented by Ares. The characters of the video will work as stand-ins. I watch the music video, I get the impression that war is naturalized. It's part of the human condition. It reveals the dark underside of violence as a result of this yearning for meaning that we have. You know, it's kind of like an existentialist view. Questions like why? You know, why do you have to hurt my family? Where's the pity? Why is this happening to me? You know, the first line gives us that summary, that nature of revenge. The time is right to exact my revenge. When I think about it, you know, I think about the god of revenge, and her name is Nemesis in Greek mythology. And she's the daughter of Erebus, and she's the daughter of Nyx. And Erebus is the god of chaos, and Nyx is the god of night. So we already have an idea there of what revenge is linked. Something that I truly love has been taken away from me. Looking at the second line of the first verse, so stealing enemy blood, I will fight to the end. So the verb to steal here is a sin in Christian canon, but talking about someone's blood is really claiming that blood, right, as your property. And this obviously will bring calamity to the life of a soldier. The enemy will definitely be harmed, obviously, but the thief himself is also not benefited. War will always be here. We have a character in literature called Judge Holden. He's kind of like, you know, a concept. It's this book called Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. And Judge Holden says that war exists before man. You know, war was already here waiting for us. So it doesn't really matter if you're foe or hero. In warfare, both the perpetrator and the victim will suffer due to the very nature of war itself. Looking at the lyrics now, no more lying in wait just to even the score. There's a place to invade, now it's time for war. So again, here we see that it's not really about the motives, it's about the actions. It's not reasoning with anything. You know, it's got to be done. It's the very nature of the concept of war. So in this case, it's like a sonic representation, an attempt to sonically represent violence. How violence is to be rationalized, it doesn't really matter because it's part of the human instinct. And maybe we can ponder that it's part of the human instinct because of the fear of the unknown, or maybe fear of death itself. We don't know. Looking at another verse here, I am a soldier of fortune, of torture and pain. I bash in your skull until no teeth remain. The most deadly weapon pulverizing your head with each crushing blow. How you wish you were dead. What do we have here? The violence presenting itself through actions, right? Through the splendor of slaughter. It feels like this is kind of like a hymn to violence. When a piece of art is done right, anything can be presented in a poetic manner. The book Blood Meridian that I've been talking about is a masterpiece, probably one of the greatest pieces of literature ever written, and it's a depiction of the philosophy of violence. It's kind of like an ode to violence. Let me look at the chorus now. Just when you think it's safe, I attack. We'll be back. When you least expect your fate, I attack. Rocket to your face, one move and mistake, we'll be back. Let down your guard for a frontal attack. I'll be back. So here I see it as it is. You know, it's not really a sign or symbol for anything in this case. You know, it's violence itself. It's as if the god of war could establish communication with us through verse and rhyme. For many listeners, it might be difficult to read the lyrics and to cognitively try to process the violence, because when Mustaine sings, that we need to leave the emotions out of the way, right? When he says, no more chills, in the heart of battle, you're supposed to act. Here's what you need to do, and ultimately you need to kill. One kill means one soul out the door. One kill means one less until no one else remains. And I will be back, meaning I am war. And I will always be back. War will always be here. The next verse is carnage. I'm testing, sadistic, a deity of war, with struck body bags, and I'm packing the morgue. No time for remorse. Over one claim remains. It's just brought to a chest and it's circling the drain. War is a deity. War is divine. And it's kind of like a platonic reflection of this something weird and beautiful at the same time. It's sinful, but at the same time, it's like the apple. It's the serpent. It's enticing. You cannot help it. There's no remorse. Again, Nemesis. Nemesis is the god of revenge. I see body bags and I see like a packed morgue, and I don't feel. I only see it. So what's my conclusion here out of the video? Well, it's the priority of violence, mercenary or not, hero or not, protagonist, everyone is actually seen as a large set serving the god of war. Now, if we think about the video, we can tie it in with the lyrics. The video and the lyrics, they go hand in hand. The video reinforces the idea that someone is killing your family, your loved ones. What do? Well, you will serve the god of war just as much, because doing so is the ultimate aspect of being human. So the soldier who had his family taken away from him and who's grieving is also a killing machine. So when his enemy shows no mercy, right, during the beach scene, he accepts his fate, but luck and chance save him during that ocean battle. And now he can again do what? Kill his opponent, kill the opposition. So at the same time, there's a specific human aspect here that's actually bigger than the gods themselves. That's empathy. The very last scene, in my opinion, is different than the rest of the video, because obviously it's showing self-sacrifice when he's carrying the bomb all the way through the ocean, trying to get it as far as possible from other people, trying not to really harm others and avoid more deaths. So the ultimate message could be, well, okay, even when empathy is shown, someone will die today, even if it's through sacrifice, and others are going to be born in the future, and they will keep serving this very human purpose. War itself is a refusal of meaning. Is human benevolence just a projection? This is the question that we actually are left with in the end. The question is revenge reduced to our animalistic origins? And the last question I have is war a social invention, or is it innate to us human beings? Here we have a thrash metal band serving the ultimate fast-paced abstraction of war, violence. So I highly recommend it as a work of art, and it's meant to be used for reflection. So thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button if you can, for more content like this. Music is what music does. Bye now.